Let's move over to the news we broke this week over at Blockspace.
This is a story we've been tracking since September of last year. This legal battle that Swan is engaged in with its former employees and now with Tether. Swan opened legal action against former contractors and employees. These employees were tasked with managing Swan's Bitcoin mining JV that it established with Tether back in 2022. Swan owned 20% to Tether's 80% of that business. So Tether was the primary stakeholder. Swan could not actually realize any of the revenue or profit from that venture until Tether was paid back for all the capital that it invested. All of that context aside, Swan did not sue Tether in that first lawsuit. It sued its former employees, but now Tether is more or less countersuing because they're involved in all of this, right? They were the ones who asked the employees to jump ship to Proton Management to manage the mining assets for Tether. Tether is now suing Swan Bitcoin in UK court. Pretty big news, an escalation. Now Swan fighting a two-front legal battle, one on the offensive against its former employees and contractors, and now on the defensive against Tether.
Crazy story. I mean, this is huge. So Swan, the Bitcoin brand over the last 4 years, I would say, in a lot of ways, they hired all the influencers. They hired all the podcasters, except for the Minor Pod. And they built up this entire engine, this coalition of Bitcoin maxis who were against fiat, who were against the coiners, who were trying to take out SBF, trying to take out Binance, trying to take out Mashinsky. 4 years later, what do we find? There are problems within this company, within Swan. If you want more information on this, go check out our reporting. We'll link it in the show notes. We've been covering this. We broke the news. I am interested to see the filing just to know the scope of Tether's Bitcoin mining ambitions. I'm sure there's going to be some revelations within that. I think that they have one of the largest private mining operations globally, and we just don't have a lot of information on that compared to other miners. And I think public miners would be very interested in knowing more about their competition.